The sun was dipping low over my ranch, casting long shadows across the rolling Montana hills when I heard the crash. It wasn't the usual clatter of farm tools or the playful bark of my dog, Rusty. This was sharper, angrier-like with splintering under force. My gut twisted. Rusty's yelp followed, high and pained, cutting through the evening calm. I dropped the hay bale I was hauling and sprinted toward the sound, my boots kicking up dust. That's when I saw her, Karen, in her garish red dress and heels, swinging a crowbar at my fence like she was auditioning for a villain role in a bad movie. My heart pounded. This wasn't just trespassing. This was war. Karen wasn't a stranger. She'd been a thorn in my side since she bought the neighboring property last year. A city type, she rolled into our quiet valley with her designer sunglasses and a superiority complex, treating everyone like they were beneath her. She complained about my cattle's noise, my tractor's dust, even the way my mailbox clashed with her aesthetic. But this, smashing my fence and God, help me hurting Rusty, that was a line she'd regret crossing. I shouted her name, my voice raw with fury, but she just smirked, tossing her hair like she owned the place. Yuma was barking too loud, she said, her voice dripping with disdain. And this fence? An eyesore. I'm doing you a favor. I was shaking, not just from anger, but from the sight of Rusty limping behind her, his left paw bloodied. I'd raised him from a pup, a scrappy little border collie who'd chase rabbits and sleep by my fire. He didn't deserve this. Neither did I. I demanded she leave, but Karen laughed, saying she'd sue me for emotional distress if I touched her. She waved her crowbar like a scepter, claiming my land was lowering her property value. That's when I noticed the spray paint cans by her feet bright red, defacing my barn with words like hick and trash. My blood boiled. This wasn't just about a fence or a dog. This was about her thinking she could bulldoze anyone who didn't fit her polished world. As I pulled out my phone to call the sheriff, a new figure emerged from the dusk, an old man, hunched but steady, walking up the dirt path with a cane. It was Amos, the reclusive widower who lived a mile down the road. I hadn't seen him in months, not since his wife passed, but there he was, his weathered face set in a scowl. I saw her car, he rasped, pointing at Karen's sleek SUV parked crookedly on my property line. Heard the dog, too. She's been sneaking around for weeks, scoping your land. His words hit like a lightning bolt. Amos, the man who barely spoke, had been watching. He pulled out a crumpled notebook, showing dates and times of Karen's visits, trespassing, tampering, even trying to bribe a surveyor to redraw my property line. My jaw dropped. This wasn't just a tantrum. Karen had a plan. Armed with Amos's testimony and my own rage, I faced Karen head-on. The sheriff arrived, lights flashing, and I laid it all out. The broken fence, the graffiti, Rusty's injury. Karen's smugness faltered as she stammered excuses, claiming she was protecting her investment. But the evidence was undeniable. The sheriff cuffed her, reading her rights as she shrieked about her lawyer. I knelt by Rusty, stroking his fur as the vet I'd called checked his paw. He'll be okay, the vet said, but the words didn't erase the fire in my chest. Karen wasn't just a nuisance, she was a menace, and I wasn't letting her walk away scot-free. The confrontation escalated at the county courthouse a week later. Karen, in a tailored suit, played the victim, her lawyer spinning tales of a hostile neighbor harassing her. She even had the gall to claim Rusty attacked her first, showing a fake bruise on her arm. The crowd murmured, and for a moment, I doubted myself. Could I have misread her? But then Amos took the stand, his shaky hands holding that notebook. He read his entries aloud, his voice steady despite his age, detailing Karen's months-long campaign to undermine me. The judge's face hardened. Then, my lawyer dropped a bombshell. Security footage from a camera I'd installed after her first complaint, showing Karen sneaking onto my land at night, crowbar in hand. The courtroom gasped. Karen's face went pale, her lawyer frozen. The truth was out. She wasn't a victim. She was a predator. Karen's downfall was swift and brutal. The judge didn't buy her crocodile tears. She was charged with trespassing, vandalism, and animal cruelty, facing fines and possible jail time. Her reputation in our small town crumbled faster than my fence. Neighbors who'd once humored her now whispered about her arrogance, her lies. I heard she put her property up for sale, unable to face the community's scorn. Rusty, bandaged but wagging his tail, became a local hero of sorts, with kids stopping by to bring him treats. But the victory felt bittersweet. I defended my home, my dog, but the cost was a year of stress, a scarred ranch, and a lingering question: why do people like Karen think they can trample others and get away with it? Looking back, I don't regret standing my ground. The ranch is my life, built from years of sweat and love. Rusty's healing, chasing rabbits again, and Amos quiet. Gruff Amos has become a friend, stopping by for coffee and stories of his late wife. Karen's actions showed the worst of humanity, but the support from my neighbors, the truth from an unexpected ally, reminded me of the best. Life's messy, and justice isn't always clean, but it's worth fighting for. What do you think? Where do you draw the line when someone crosses it? Share your thoughts. I'm listening.